start our lecture. We are discussing about the chemistry of alkene, and in morning we have learned the chemical reactions given by this alkene. And there, what we have learned? We have learned the elimination reaction. Right? We have seen there elimination reaction, and there we have seen that in elimination, the elimination takes place. That is a dehydrohalogenation reaction. Dehydrohalogenation reaction of alkene by the Sergev rule. By the Sergev rule, right? So when alkyl halide CH3, then C CH3, then here is suppose chlorine, here is CS2 and CS3. When such type of alkyl halide, when treated with alcoholic KOH, so in morning we have seen that there is a removal of halogen and hydrogen. So here, this is your alpha carbon atom, this is your beta carbon atom, this is your beta carbon atom, we can say beta dash carbon. So during the course of reaction, what happens? There is a removal of hydrogen from the beta carbon. So you are getting here CH3. So this sigma bond open on this chlorine, Ca negative, C positive, and you are getting here CH3. Then here is a CH3. There is a double bond CH and CH3. So there is an abstraction of proton from the beta carbon atom. So you are getting a 2-methyl 2-butene, 2-methyl 2-butene compound. Plus here is a removal of hydrogen from the beta dash. So here you can get CS2 double bond CH3. Here is the CS2 and CH3. So 2-methyl 1-butene, 2-methyl 1-butene compound, right? 2-methyl 1-butene compound, right? So here you get the 2-chloro 2-methyl butane. You can get the two compound. Then a question arises: this is the major. Major is a compound in which more number of alkyl group they are directly attached. So first is the major compound. First is the major compound, and second is the minor compound. Why? Because the elimination is governed by the Sergev rule. What is the Sergev rule? Sergev rule tells us that the elimination takes place in a such a way that there is a formation of highly alkyl substituted alkene as a major product. So in this reaction, how many R group they are directly attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom? Doubly bonded carbon atom, I label it as suppose here 1, 2, carbon number 2 and carbon number 3. And carbon number 2 and carbon number 3 are the doubly bonded carbon atom. In this case, carbon number 1 and carbon number 2, they are the doubly bonded carbon atom. So here, how many R group they are directly attached? In this case, here is your methyl group, right? Here is a methyl group, one R group directly attached, right? Then 2 R group they are directly attached, right? And 3 R group they are directly attached. Means trialkyl substituted alkene. And in this case, only 1 R and 2 R they are directly attached. Means it is a dialkyl. So when more number of alkyl group they are directly attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom, it is a major compound. So here it is a major compound, and remaining one is the minor compound. So this is called as a elimination reaction, right?
रिझल्ट पण भेटणार कॉलेज
टीवायचा रिझल्ट आणखी आलेच नाहीत मार्कशीट ना.
नाही आले
खाली भेटा आपलं बजरपाटी सर ते सांगते. ठीक आहे. So here you can get such type of the major and minor compound. It is a dehydrohalogenation reaction. So the nature of Rx will decide the formation of product either major or a minor. It is governed by the Sergep rule. So the factors which affect on the reaction is nature of alkyl halide, nature of Rx alkyl halide. Here, if you change the alkyl halide, these are alkyl halide means substrate. Alkyl halide means substrate. Then also the path of the reaction will also change. If suppose we are having a primary alkyl halide, then the secondary alkyl halide and tertiary alkyl halide. So when there is a presence of tertiary alkyl halide, in that case there is a more elimination. There is a more elimination. So there is a more reactivity, right? So if you see the reactivity of alkyl halide, then alkyl halide, tertiary alkyl halide have the more reactivity as compared to secondary as compared to primary, right? And it will get more elimination also product, right? But there must be presence of beta hydrogen atom. Second, also we find that there is a removal of halogen. So the nature of halogen also affect on the reactivity of reactivity of reaction this reaction. So here, if there is a presence of iodine, if there is a presence of iodine, then bromine, then chlorine, and then chlorine. Means chlorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. If iodine is there, it is more reactive than bromine, then the chlorine, and then the chlorine. So iodine is a good living group. Iodine is a good living group, so it can remove very easily as compared to Br, as compared to Cl, as compared to chlorine. So remember, when all alkyl halides they are same, when all alkyl halides they are same, means Rx only X is changed, right? In that case, when there is a iodine, it is found to be more reactive as compared to Br, as compared to Cl, as compared to chlorine. Means it can undergo easy elimination as compared to the remaining one. So this is about the factors which affect on the reactivity. One is the effect of the substrate and other is the effect of living group, that is the halogen. So one reaction we have seen in the elimination, that is the dehydrohalogenation reaction. The next reaction, number two reaction, is the dehydration reaction. Right? Dehydration reaction. Dehydration, removal of water uh, from alcohol. Removal of water from alcohol is a dehydration reaction. For example, suppose we are having a such type of starting compound. Here is the H, here is also CS2, and here is the OH. Right? It is your alcohol. It is your alcohol. The carbon atom directly attached to the functional group is called as alpha carbon, and the carbon atom directly attached to the alpha carbon is called as a beta carbon, and the hydrogen atom directly attached to the beta carbon, they are called as a beta hydrogen atom. So there is the presence of beta hydrogen atom, and the required condition is that there must be presence of at least one beta hydrogen for the elimination reaction. So here there is a presence of two, but here I have written only one. Okay. Now, when it is treated with acid H plus, then what happens? Where is the bad leaving group? So in the presence of acid, it removes as a hydronium ion. So this sigma bond will shift here, this sigma bond will shift here, and there is a formation of a corresponding alkene. Plus, there is removal of water. So it is called as a dehydration reaction. Right? It is called as a dehydration reaction. So depending upon the nature of hydrogen, we can get corresponding also different also product. Example, suppose if I take R as a CS3, CH3, here is the CH, here is the H, here is the CH2, and here is the OH. Means N propyl alcohol react with S2SO4 or H positive. So what happens? This sigma bond will open here OH minus C positive. This sigma bond will shift here formation of double bond, and you are getting here CH3, CH double bond, CH2 plus water molecule. So there is the abstraction of proton from the beta carbon atom. So there must be presence of beta hydrogen atom, right? There must be presence of beta hydrogen atom. So next example we can take, if it contains two beta hydrogen atom, then what happen? You are getting the with the major and with the minor product. For example, suppose you are having CS3, then CH, here is the H, here is the CH, OH, and here is also CH3, right? So this carbon is called as alpha carbon, this carbon is called as a beta carbon, and this carbon is called as a beta dash carbon, right? Beta dash carbon. So the reaction takes place in the presence of H2SO4 acid. Then again this sigma bond will shift here, and there is an abstraction of proton H positive from the beta carbon atom, but there is the presence of two beta carbon. So here this H may be also abstracted, and this H may be also abstracted. So here you are getting, right, uh, this H may be also get abstracted, right? So what happen? You are getting the two type of the product. One, if you remove CS3, CH, this beta hydrogen, you are getting double bond between the carbon number 2 and carbon number 3. So you get the two butene, right? And if you remove the beta dash hydrogen, then you are getting CH3, here is the CH2, here is the CH double bond CH2, means one butene. Then question arises, either one butene is a major or two butene is a major. So which is major? Two butene is a major. Why major? Because the 2R group, they are directly attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom. In this case, the 2R group, they are directly attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom. One R and your second R, it is a dialkyl substituted. But in this case, only one R group is directly attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom. So when more number of the R group, they are directly attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom, it is a major product, right? So 80% and 20%. In this way, we can write the example, right? So in this way, we have seen the dehydration reaction. Now next reaction here, if you take another example, number three, dehalogenation of vicinal halide. Dehalogenation, dehalogenation of vicinal halides. D means removal, halogen, right? Halogenation means removal of halogen from the vicinal halide, means the halogen directly attached to the hydrogen carbon atom. So here is the carbon, here is the carbon, and on this carbon there are the two halogen. Suppose here is the X and also there is a X, right? And there is a H and also there is a EH, right? And here we can write here R, right? So here we can write also H, or you can also write R also. Now this is your carbon number 1 and this is your carbon number 2. So when the two halogens XX, when they are directly attached to the hydrogen carbon atom, or at a 1,2 halo compound, 1,2 halo alkane, then it is called as vicinal halides. It is called as a vicinal halide. It is called as vicinal halide. Okay, when the two halogen atom, they are directly attached to the hydrogen carbon atom, then it is called as a vicinal halide. Okay, they are called as a vicinal halide, right? Now this compound, when treated with, that is a zinc, then what happen? There is a removal of two halogen from 1,2 position, and there is a formation of RCS double bond CS2 alkene, carbon carbon double bond. in between carbon number 1 and carbon number 2, and you are getting corresponding alkene. So as to the course of reaction, there is a removal of halogen from 1 to position. It is called as dehalogenation reaction. And it is called as dehalogenation reaction. Example, we can take R as a methyl. Here is the H. Here X you can take a Br. This also X you can take as a Br. And this is your H or R. And here is the H. Reaction takes place in the presence of zinc. So you are getting corresponding compound, that is a propene, CH double bond CS2, right? CS2 plus ZnBr2, right? So in this way you can write the reaction. So all this reaction, you will see that there is a removal of group or atom from the substrate. So it is called as elimination reaction. It is called as elimination reaction, right? So here we have taken near about 3 elimination reaction. Let us see the next reaction. Addition reaction, right? Next reaction, the second type, we can say the addition reaction. Addition reaction. Addition means here you add all the reagents on the substrate to give only a single compound. A product is called as addition reaction. For example, here the addition of hydrogen, addition of hydrogen on alkyne, reduction of to give corresponding, that is the alkene compound. So this is also one of the preparation of alkene, and in this one, when you are having alkyne like this one, you are having triple bond. It is treated with hydrogen if the reaction takes place in the presence of catalyst, platinum, palladium, nickel, like this one. So there is the addition of hydrogen on this multiple bond HH. Then what you are getting corresponding alkene RCH double bond CH and R, means you get the alkene compound. But as the reaction takes place in the presence of catalyst, reaction do not stop here. Further, it undergo hydrogenation, and you will get corresponding alkane, right? You will get corresponding alkane, right? But suppose if you carry out reaction in the presence of catalyst like this one, here is the alkene R triple bond R dash R may be same, may be different. If it undergo hydrogenation, the reaction takes place in the presence of palladium and barium carbonate. Barium carbonate. This reaction is very important. Always there is one question on this one. Barium carbonate. It is called as a Lindlar catalyst. Lindlar catalyst. Lindlar catalyst. So what happened? These are carbon-carbon triple bond. So the addition of hydrogen takes place on this triple bond from the same side of the group. Either it attack from the upper side or either it attack from the lower side. So the both hydrogen will add from the same side of the carbon-carbon triple bond plane. So you are getting such type of alkene. So when suppose you add hydrogen from the upper side, then you are getting such type of the compound called as a cis alkane, right? Cis alkane. So you can get the cis alkane. Example: suppose if you take CS3, here is the carbon triple bond, and here is a CH3. Here is a hydrogen. The reaction takes place in the presence of palladium and barium carbonate. Then the addition of hydrogen
Sir,
will
can you repeat
add
one
from
time,
the
sir, please?
same side of the carbon-carbon double bond plane. Same side of the carbon-carbon double bond plane. Yes, may I audible? Hello. Okay. So this CS3 and this CS3 will add, and you can get cis-2-butene. Cis-2-butene. So what is the use of this one? This is the Lindlar catalyst. And the addition of hydrogen, right? Okay, right? So here, look here, hydrogenation reaction. In hydrogenation reaction, suppose if we carry out hydrogenation in the presence of catalyst, right? Then as we are taking the hydrogen in excess and in the presence of catalyst, number one reaction. Firstly, the hydrogen will add on the multiple bond, triple bond, and you get the double bond, means alkene. One of the triple bond becomes here a double bond. But reaction do not stop here. Further, the addition of hydrogen takes place and double bond becomes the single bond. But when alkane when react in the presence of hydrogen in the presence of a Lindlar catalyst, that is the palladium and barium carbonate. So here this Lindlar catalyst means what? Here is the catalyst, and on this catalyst there is a hydrogen. And when you react this alkyne, means from the same side, from the one side of this carbon-carbon triple bond plane, the hydrogen will add. Suppose if the hydrogen add from the upper side, you get a cis alkene also. Suppose if you add from the lower side also, you get a cis alkene. So if you add either from the upper lobe or from the lower lobe, you get the same compound, it is a cis alkene. So this 2-butene, right? This 2-butene, when react with hydrogen, so hydrogen will add from the same side of this carbon-carbon triple bond plane, and you will get here cis-2-butene. You will get here cis-2-butene. So it is a Lindlar catalyst. We can also write other example also. Suppose if R is a pH C6H5, here is a carbon-carbon triple bond, and suppose here is a CS3. It undergo hydrogenation in the presence of palladium and barium carbonate. This catalyst is called as a Lindlar catalyst. Then the addition of hydrogen will take place from the same side, HH, and triple bond becomes double bond, and here is the pH, and here is your CH3. Means you can get the cis alkene. You can get here cis alkene compound, right? So so this is the hydrogenation reaction. Number 3, suppose the same compound R triple bond C R, maybe same, maybe different. If it react with sodium in the presence of ammonia NS3, and or you can also react with lithium in ammonia, then it is observed that the addition of hydrogen on this carbon-carbon triple bond will take place from the opposite side. It means one hydrogen will add from the lower side and other hydrogen will add from the upper side. So you are getting corresponding trans alkene, right? Trans alkene. So just we have changed the reagent. In the previous case, we have used hydrogen in the presence of palladium and barium carbonate, Lindlar catalyst. And in the second case, we have used either sodium ammonia or lithium ammonia. Both of them we can use. So the addition of hydrogen will take place. One will add from the lower side and other from the upper side, and you are getting the trans alkene. Example: here you can take any R. R is methyl, carbon-carbon triple bond. Suppose R is ethyl, C2H5. The reaction takes place in the presence of sodium in ammonia, then the addition of hydrogen on the carbon-carbon triple bond takes place from the opposite side. Suppose you add H from the upper side and other H will add from the lower side. So here you are having a CS3 and here you are having C2H5. Means you are getting a, that is a 2 alkene, right? 2 alkene. Means here the alkene is a trans, right? The alkene is the trans 2 alkene or 2 butene, right? So this is about your addition reaction. So in this way also we can prepare the alkene from the different compound. So by the addition or by the elimination, by two ways we can prepare the alkene compound. And end out in this one, end out. No doubt. So in this way we have seen the chemical reactions given by the preparation of the alkene starting from elimination reaction or by the addition reaction. Elimination reaction or by the addition reaction. Okay. So next part is the chemical reaction given by alkene. So let us see the next point, the chemical reactions. Chemical reactions of alkene here. You know alkene contains carbon-carbon double bond. So when it contains carbon-carbon double bond, then what happen? Either there is a addition of a reagent on this one, right? Either there is a addition of the reagent Ashwini, Tanmay. So here, Ashwini. So in this case, if there is an addition reaction, right? We are learning about the chemistry of the alkene and their chemical reaction. If suppose a reagent XY attack on this multiple bond, then there is a formation of a corresponding alkene. Means here is addition reaction. आपले ते हे ना फाईल केलं आपण एक्झाम चे मार्कशीटची कुत्र आहे ना मार्कशीटची सेम 1 सेम 2 दोन्ही पण इथेच येतात ह्या ठिकाणी येतात. एक मला वाटतं की लाल फाईल असेल, एक अशी असेल, ते शोधा आणि फक्त प्रॅक्टिकलचे आपला झेरॉक्स करायचे आहे, फक्त प्रॅक्टिकलचं झेरॉक्स करायचे आहे. तर ते आपला खाली द्यायचं डाटा लवकर ते काढा, ते पाहिजे बघा, शोधा ते. ठीक आहे. आणि ही असेल अशी असलं पाहिजे बघा ती. हो हो, फक्त प्रॅक्टिकल एक्सटर्नल काढावा आहे, फक्त एक्सटर्नल काढा आहे ना, फक्त प्रॅक्टिकल एक्सटर्नल काढावा आहे, एक्सटर्नल काढा निवांत. So here what happen, one is the addition of halogen, right? And second, this carbon-carbon double bond also undergo breaking, means cleavage reaction takes place. And here you are getting two type of the reaction. One is the addition reaction and other is the addition on the carbon-carbon double bond, and other is the cleavage or breaking of the carbon-carbon double bond. So cleavage reaction. So let us see firstly one reaction, that is the addition reaction in chemistry of carbon-carbon double bond alkene. Addition reaction. Right? In addition reaction, here suppose you are having number 1 alkene, carbon-carbon double bond, This alkene in general in particular. Suppose in general H, H and H, unsymmetrical alkane. Unsymmetrical alkane, when it is treated with, for example, hydrogen in the presence of a catalyst. Hydrogen in the presence of catalyst. So what happens? This hydrogen will add on the carbon-carbon double bond, and here you are getting R, C, H. Here is the C, H. Here is the H. There is the addition of H and H takes place. So you are getting corresponding alkane, right? And as there is the addition of hydrogen, so it is called as a hydrogenation reaction. Hydrogenation reaction. One reaction, hydrogenation reaction. We can write the example, you replace R by methyl, you get the corresponding compound, right? Now next example, suppose if you are having a halogen XX, right? Halogen is the XX in the presence of CCl4, carbon tetrachloride, CCl4. So what happens? Unsymmetrical alkane react with unsymmetrical reagent. As the reagent is reagent is symmetrical, so this XX will attack on this any carbon-carbon double bond. So what you are getting? You are getting here R, C, H. Here is the C, H, H, and halogen will add on this one. So you are getting 1,2 dihaloalkane. 1,2 dihaloalkane. So it is called as a halogenation reaction. It is called as a halogenation reaction. There is the addition of halogen on the doubly bonded carbon atom to give corresponding 1,2 dihaloalkane is called as a halogenation reaction, right? Next reaction, again example, just we can write down the example on this carbon-carbon double bond also. If you see the mechanism of this reaction, right? Here R, CH double bond, CH2, it reacts with halogen X2. Reaction takes place in the presence of CCl4. So this X and this X is symmetrical. It is having 1, then 2, then 3 lone pair. So what happens? The sigma bond will open on X. X negative, X becomes positive. So this X positive, on this X positive, this pi bond will attack, right? And there is a formation of a cyclic halonium ion. There is a formation of cyclic halonium ion. So pi bond means electron. So there is a formation of a bond between this X and this carbon, and it is having partial positive charge. It is called as a cyclic halonium ion. Cyclic halonium ion. Bromine, brominium. Iodine, iodinium ion. So there is a formation of such type of cyclic halonium ion, and further the next molecule of X negative will attack on this carbon, either this carbon or this carbon. Suppose here this sigma bond open on this X, neutralization of the X positive, and this X negative will attack on this C positive, and you are getting here R, here is the CH, here is the CH2, here is the X, and here is the X. So you are getting a 1,2 dihaloalkane, right? You are getting the 1,2 dihaloalkane. This is the first step. The formation of, that is the cyclic halonium ion, is the slow step, RDS step, rate determining step. And second step, attack of nucleophile, is the fast step. Attack of nucleophile is the fast step. So this is the mechanism of the reaction, right? So same thing we can write with example. Suppose here is CH3, here is the CH double bond, CH2. The reaction takes place in the presence of bromine, for example, Br and Br. Then the reaction takes place in the presence of CCl4 solvent. This sigma bond open on Br, pi bond form a bond with the Br, and there is a formation of cyclic halonium ion CH. Here is the CH3, here is the CH, and here is your CH2. So this Br positive form a bond with the carbon and a carbon. So tricyclic cyclic bromonium ion formation takes place. So cyclic bromonium ion form. Cyclic bromonium ion formation takes place, and there is a positive charge, right? And further, the Br negative will attack. So this is a slow step and require more time, slow step, and this is the fast step. The rate of reaction depends upon the slow step, and further you can open any bond, either this bond or also this bond. Suppose if I open this bond, so this Br will attack on this carbon atom, and you are getting here CH3, here is the CH, attack of a Br, here is the CH2, and here is a Br. So you are getting 1,2-dibromo, 1,2-dibromopropane, 1,2-dibromopropane compound, right? Here you are getting 1,2-dibromopropane compound. So in this way, the bromination takes place. Now next one, next reaction we can say, when alkene, when treated with hydrogen halide, HX, hydrogen halide. So the addition takes place according to the Markovnikov addition rule. The negative part of the reagent will attack on that doubly bonded carbon atom which has the lesser number of hydrogen atoms. So here R, here is the C, H, here is the CS2. The negative part is X and the positive part is H. So you are getting corresponding alkyl halide. Alkyl halide, right? So this is the next reaction. So the same reaction can be explained by the mechanism, right? Same reaction can be explained by the mechanism. So let us see the example of this one. Example of same reaction. Number reaction R, CH double bond, CS2 react with HX hydrogen halide. The sigma bond open on the X negative, H positive. Here the negative part will attack on that doubly bonded carbon atom which has the lesser number of hydrogen atom, right? Lesser number of hydrogen atom. So here you are getting R, CH, CS2, X will attack here and H will attack here. Means you are getting corresponding alkyl halide, right? Example, R you can take here, suppose CS3, simple example, CS3, CH double bond, CH2, then reaction takes place in the presence of, for example, HBr, right? HBr, then the negative part will attack on that doubly bonded carbon atom which is having the less number of hydrogen atoms. So Br will attack on carbon having one hydrogen, and this H positive will attack on carbon having the more number of the hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. So you get the 2-bromopropane, 2-bromopropane, right? You get the 2-bromopropane. So in this way you can write the number of reactions, right? So here you have seen the chemical reactions given by this compound, right? The chemical reactions given by this compound. If I end out in this reaction, you may ask, it is called as Markovnikov addition rule. So the addition is governed by a rule is called as Markovnikov addition rule. So this rule is called as Markovnikov's addition rule. It tells us that when unsymmetrical alkene react with unsymmetrical reagent, then negative part of the reagent will attack on that doubly bonded carbon atom which is having the lesser number of hydrogen atom. And in this case, here this carbon is having only one hydrogen and this carbon is having the two hydrogen. So this negative will attack on the carbon having the lesser number of hydrogen atom, and the positive part will attack on this hydrogen atom, H positive, right? So, and you are getting such type of the product is called as Markovits addition rule. And if you write the both product, right, then you have to label major and minor. This is also possible that CS3, here is the CH, here is the CS2. This Br may also attack here and H may also attack here. This is also possibility. But when you write the both product, then you have to label this as a major, right? This has a major and this has a minor compound. Major and minor. When you write the both product, then that time you have to label major and minor compound. Okay, so this is about the reaction given by this alkane. Any doubt you may ask? Yes, any doubt? No doubt. So remember again I am telling you, daily by 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock we have extra organic chemistry lecture, right? So you have to join by the same link that I have given today. Even I used to post that link on that day, but even though there is no link, then you can join by the same link. Okay. Okay, then I will stop here. Thanks to all, and you can leave the meeting and you can join the next lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks to all. Thank you.